Next came a home encounter with Man United, always a big fixture in Upton Park calendar, and this was no exception.
Ludek Mikloško, who was a key part of Manchester United being unable to get the victory here last season. That's a great kick. Darien got it both in there and it's off the bar. What a magnificent clearance from the goalkeeper that put Schmeichel under pressure. Real Route 1 stuff. Dowie harrying Manchester United into the back pass. Schmeichel's kicking was none too convincing in the FA Cup tie against Sunderland last Tuesday. Fortuitously got that one away. This is Giggs. Andy Cole. Back to Giggs. They pulled away from him. It's in there. Low shot goes for it. And Cantona has turned it in. Cantona scores after 8 minutes. The man at the centre of all the controversy in the opening few minutes for the alleged handball. But now he's gone and scored at the other end.
Well, this really is a truly outstanding goal. Great play from Giggs. Lovely little return there from Cole. But just look at the angle here that Cantona's got.
And KEANE going in. Butt going in dangerously.
Butt's off.
He's already been booked.
She's got to go.
And KEANE unnecessarily getting involved. Andy Cole protesting as well. Steve Bruce comes in to act as peacemaker. It's all getting very out of hand, and there can only really be one outcome. Cole has been booked. Nicky Butt has been shown his second yellow card, and he's off. The yellow card is followed by the red, and we have the spectacle as Alex Ferguson watches on in disbelief of Butt leaving the field. Walker going in with Neville, not back in there towards Cottee. Chance for Dowie! Magnificent save from Schmeichel.
Certainly was. It was a great try from Dowie.
For Manchester United, it's a fourth away game on the trot, 2 in the Cup and 2 in the League. Their team is unchanged, with a continuing starting role for Lee Sharp. The match marks Steve Bruce's 300th League game for Manchester United, and is the first return to Selhurst Park a year on for Eric Cantona. He's proved a number of people wrong in that time and deserves credit for that. Both he and Giggs had to watch it go by. Nice touch, Cantona, forced to running KEANE. Good ball, Giggs. But, and here's Sharp. Then is Owen. Cole. Well, the wall has bisected the 6-yard area more than once in this match at Wimbledon's end. There was no real challenge. I think the goalkeeper should have come out to claim that. Cole claimed it instead, and Manchester United lead 1-0. The best of headers from Neil Ardley. Cole. Sharp. It's outside. It's outside. Beckham. Oh! And it's in, I think, finally by Perry. KEANE will claim it. Fine free kick over the top of the wall, came back off angle of post and crossbar. Perry went for it. I think it's his head, it is his head. It was an own goal by Perry, but KEANE certainly wanted to claim it. Class from a mature Frenchman and a young Englishman. Lovely ball in, and Cantona guiding it home. Oh, it's a bit short. Well stretched. Well scored. Jason Newell. Suddenly the smiles come back on Wimbledon faces. Wasn't a good header by KEANE. Jason Newell did really well. Early, here's Cole. Cantonas far side to the left. This is he. Cole. Giggs. Handball. Chip. Yes, you would. Oh, the shot it can be. No question, the past has become the past. His return to Selhurst Park has been an afternoon that Eric Cantona has thoroughly enjoyed.
So yet another new central defensive pairing for United as David May gets a chance to kickstart his United career. Tonapandi is the man in charge today. Manchester United have beaten Blackburn in their last 4 meetings. The only team to take 6 points off them last season when Blackburn won the Premiership. They play a little bit more as wing-backs. Cole goes to tee it up for Cantona. It didn't sit down for him. It's in the post, sharp, yes! Cole nearly did, but not quite. Sharp completed it. Well, it's a goal in a way which sums up Andy Cole's form at Manchester United. He has got 21 goals in 45 appearances, but it could have been so many more, but for misses like that one. Once he got inside Hendry, he always had the beating of the centre-half. The woodwork denied him. And that's a very clean return from Lee Sharp for his 4th goal of the season. But it's an afternoon at Old Trafford when the result is more important than the performance for Manchester United. 3 points in the bag to maintain the pressure they hope on Newcastle.
United having to go the long way round to try and find a correct route to Everton's goal. Nicky Butt. Neville with a shot. Oh, Southall just gets there. If they win, could possibly close the gap at the top of the table down to 6 points. He said in his programme notes tonight that the Premiership is still very much their priority. The FA Cup a diversion. Cantona to KEANE, and Roy Keane scores for Manchester United. A goal so simple in its build-up. Cantona having the vision and the weight of pass to find KEANE, who slots it past Neville Southall. Hinchcliffe's cross away by Bruce, not a good header. Everton still have possession. Sharp, nowhere to go. Giggs in a very dangerous area. Cantona to Cole. Now he has the pace. Has he got the cool head? Everton come back. Here's Giggs. He can finish it off, and he does. Everton caught going for the equaliser.
Forcing a way through between Pallister and KEANE. KEANE been really defensively, they've tended to self-destruct, and their defensive problem here, there's so much room for Giggs. He's got 3 in red to his left. Giggs does it his own way! Had a wonderful start to his career in England. Involved in the first team even with a hope of struggling. Cantona. Up for the season. Churchic. KEANE. As it is there in the familiar position of being on the back foot. And well forward from Manchester United. Dermot Gallagher again, a very experienced international official, was well placed to judge. KEANE. Neville. KEANE. Cole, as Roy Keane went off on his trademark run. Right team at this stage of the season. Tagging Keegan with plenty of options. With his international star-studded cast. Here's Cole. Controlled fashion. That's been his hallmark since he returned to the side. That's much trumpeting in October. Oh, Keane, it's really opened up for him. Hit Coleman, it drops to Beckham to play it back. Bounces well for Bolton. This is Lee. Keane with the capacity to chase back as well as look for goals for himself. The assistant, the present Bolton man in charge, down for Keane. Gets the Keane. Gallagher had to just look at his linesman there. So before the ball had bounced up for Fairclough. Neville. Giggs. It's Andy Cole, and he's going to get there. Well met by Coleman. Irwin. It's a lovely reflex header. Moving forward again. Churchich turning back into welcome to them. Another of them, Eric Cantona. Roy Keane. Today, so far, it is in the overall position for Colin Todd's. On Churchich. Game goes on and Manchester United looking and it makes it all the harder for Bolton to take what happened a minute or so earlier when Steve Bruce will say he stood his ground.
It was Thompson's tackle, a late one, and Nicky Butt. I just wonder what he'll do, if he'll do anything the referee when the ball goes out of play.
Envy of many other clubs. Scholes, all live wire action. Keane peels off to the left. Green goes where they've Burnham Park before. Remember, he's in his 10th year as Manchester United's manager, so he's breaking new ground to Bolton. But Keane, most of his work since he's come on the right-hand side. Oh, what a touch. Keane comprehensively lost Phillips. Scholes to the right. McLaren supporting Cole in the centre. Keane. They are not satisfied yet, Manchester.
The experienced Brian McClare replaces the suspended Nicky Butt, and Philip Neville is preferred to his elder brother Gary. Leeds make 4 changes after defeat at Chelsea, but Tony Yeboah is still missing because of his knee problem. Mark Beanie is restored in goal, Nigel Worthington and Paul Beasley in defence, and Mark Ford in midfield. Current form suggests that Leeds United are ideal opponents, but their record here is good. Here's Cantonas with the first chance. Good save by Beanie. Leeds have drawn 4 of their last 5 appearances at Old Trafford. Keane. Well driven, good save. A run of 10 games Mark Beanie earlier in the season.
The scene is splendidly set. Cole, of course, is extremely well known in these parts. Here's Andy Cole's header down. Giggs Only as far as Lee. Aspria for Lee. Great recovery by Keane. That was almost as heroic as the Schmeichel saves to this point. Phil Neville. Keane. Giggs. It runs on for Phil Neville. Giggs! Beardsley. Here comes Butt. Ferdinand to try and meet the cross. Schmeichel, it spun away off him, and with Lee Sharp. A lot of red shirts forward. We haven't been able to say that too often tonight. Cantona. Knocked away by Howard. Keane will get it back again from Batty. Phil Neville. 4 minutes into the second half. Totally against the bounce. Cantona then took his, with Cole playing a part in the build-up, but the cross from match, but winning championships is about taking chances. Well, there are some tears being shed here, but they've got to understand that all is not lost, even if this game may well be. The 90 minutes are up. It's the consideration now of David Ellery. Well, it's a huge... Newcastle's perfect home record significantly damaged by their closest challengers and by Eric Cantona with the goal. So we'll look back on that first half, but Manchester United will go home very, very happy. Newcastle United 0, Manchester United 1.
All three Manchester... It was. Brought on. Owen. Beckham to his right. Cantona. On recent record will be the most likely to break the deadlock. It's a good challenge by Speed. This is Keane. Listen to the reaction. Round the room there. Beasley came to make the challenge. It was too late and he tucked it quite beautifully into the corner. So hard. Their supporters can go home with smiles on their faces. Still believing in the championship. Back to Old Trafford. Final score. Old
Why are they not up the top six? I just don't understand it. They're good players, aren't they? And if they produced effort like that, they would be the top six. But of course, you think for some of them it's more important to get a result against Manchester United to stop and win the league than anything else, which to me is they're cheating their manager. That's all it is. And of course, when they come to Newcastle, you wait to see the difference.
Well, down south now, Manchester United are hot favourites to land their third Premiership title in 4 years after thrashing Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford today. They won 5-0, United's biggest home win of the season. And more importantly, it puts them now 6 points clear of rivals Newcastle and improves their goals difference to +7 over their Championship rivals.
But it took a wonderful run by Giggs to break the deadlock. Scholes picked up the pieces, his selection totally vindicated. United's second just before half-time had an element of luck about it. Cantona's volley looked to be heading for the corner flag, but Beckham had other ideas. It could have been 3 just after the break. Cantona's shot on the run, not that far away. But the fans didn't have long to wait. Beckham pounced after a superb dummy. And any signs of pressure drained away from the United bench. Forest's only real chance came midway through the half. Stone kept out by another fine save from Schmeichel. 10 minutes later, they were 4 down, and it was another goal of real quality. Cantona powered his way through an empty midfield. Forrest backed off. Giggs did the rest with Scholes on hand, just in case. And inevitably, the coup de grace in the closing seconds, Cantona made it 5. The title chase could be all over by tomorrow night. Pete Barclough, Sky News.
That's when the Newcastle play at Leeds, of course.
With footballers, like he said about Leeds, and when you do things like that about a man like Stuart Pearce, I've kept really quiet, but I'll tell you something. He went down in my estimation when he said that. We have not resorted to that, but I'll tell you, you can tell him now, be watching it, we're still fighting for this title, and he's got to go to Middlesbrough and get something. And I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
United, 2 points clear, away to Middlesbrough. The commentary from John Motson.
Good ball by Pallister to Cantona. And good running up front by Scholes and KEANE. And Roy Keane in a good position. It's a good challenge too. Oh, it's a bad one from Juninho. Straight to Butt. Now Keane. Scholes. Butt again. Beckham. Start that's had its moments of anxiety. And the captain Cantona. Butt's made a forward run here. Scholes in the centre waiting. And the header out is by Musto for a corner. David May's there. Oh, it's in. It's David May for Manchester United. From the corner, the ball going over the line. And the start they wanted in the 14th minute as Ryan Giggs floats the corner far post. David May's header is down, it's away from Gary Walsh, and the man on the line can do nothing about it. The direct line of that. Juninho showing some great close control, the Brazilian. That's a lovely flowing run by Juninho, it's Barbie! What an opportunity for Middlesbrough to equalise. Now a substitution. Paul Scholes is coming off. And Andy Cole is coming on. Well, there's a mixed reception for Andy Cole. But his first job will be to get into the penalty area where Manchester United are gathered for a corner to be taken by Ryan Giggs. Pallister, flick on Cole! Oh, good gracious me! What a story we got here! Andy Cole has come on and scored within seconds. It's his first touch. After all he's been through and after being brought on here to a few hoots and jeers, look how he answers the critics now. It comes off 2 players and Cole, in that predatory position, hooks the ball in from what, 2 or 3 yards, but it's a perfect touch. And is this the goal that clinches the championship for Manchester United early in the second half here? And Manchester United still 2 goals to the good, and if Ryan Giggs gets in there, well, who knows what might happen. Here's Butt. Giggs. Beckham's up on the right. Giggs shoots! Oh, well, that has settled it. They've won the championship now without any doubt at all. Ryan Giggs. It's 3-0 Manchester United and a real flourish from one of their most gifted players. It was almost help yourself time here. Giggs had others running on, but he saw the opportunity on his left side and that flew past Gary Walsh. Splendid individual goal just beyond the goalkeeper's fingertips. 81 minutes gone and Ryan Giggs curves in the goal that just emphasises that Manchester United are going to win the FA Carling Premiership in season 1995-96. Manchester United win the FA Carling Premiership for the 3rd time in 4 seasons and take the English Championship for the 10th time in their history. The season ends on a high note for Andy Cole and for Peter Schmeichel and all the Manchester United players. Ryan Giggs sealing the victory with a fine goal 9 minutes from the end. And in the end, it didn't matter what happened at Newcastle, because Manchester United, captained by the Footballer of the Year, Eric Cantona.
That performance today, I mean, how satisfying was that for the players?
That was fantastic. I think the lads deserved the lead, and obviously we're all quite happy. Ruggy.
Getting the early goal, did that make a big difference?
Of course it does. Obviously we're going to be a bit nervous before the game, you know, the tension, but the early goal always helps, and we deserved the championship, definitely.
Did the players feel when you were 12 points behind a few months ago that you could still come back and win this title?
No, we thought it was all over, really. No, we kept plugging away, and we always knew Newcastle would slip up, and luckily enough they did, and we just kept plugging away, and you know, as I said, I think we definitely deserved it. You know, the young lads have come in and been absolutely fantastic, and it's great for the club.
It's all gone according to plan today, hasn't it? You've won away anyway, so you didn't have to worry about what happened elsewhere.
Well, we didn't really. Everyone said, well, a point would have done, but we always come to win matches, and that's what we done today. We weren't worried about the other game. If we knew if we got 3 points today, we'd win the league, and that's what we done.
Well, look, got to give you the champagne, the Carling Man of the match. Okay. Well, I'm sure you can find a use for that tonight. Well done.